Bedminster, New Jersey. As the new White House head of staff, John F. Kelly courses all calls to and from President Trump through the White House switchboard, where he can approve them. He staunches the stream of data achieving the president's work area. What's more, he requires that all staff individuals, including Trump's relatives, experience him to achieve the president. Be that as it may, none of those endeavors at Teach made a difference this week. Rather, Kelly remained to the side as Trump overturned his new head of staff's deliberately scripted plans, pinballing through an off-the-cuff and aggressive news meeting in New York in which he excited another self-delivered discussion by looking at the activities of racial oppressor bunches at a lethal rally in Charlottesville a weekend ago with the counterprotesters who came to restrict them. The turmoil, which has devoured the White House as well as the Republican Party, left Kelly profoundly baffled and disheartened a little more than 2 weeks into his occupation, said individuals comfortable with his reasoning. The scene likewise underscored the troublesome difficulties that even a four-star general faces in ingraining a feeling of request around Trump, whose first sense when cornered is to lash out, even pointlessly. By Wednesday, Trump, back at his New Jersey golf club, was additionally secluded and the White House was again under assault. A few helpers and comrades secretly depicted themselves as sickened and horrified, if not by any means astounded, by Trump's without any preparation remarks. Furthermore, the president viewed, incensed, as a course of CEOs separated themselves from him, provoking the disintegration of his significant business admonitory chambers. Kelly partners say the previous country security secretary came into the West Wing work clear-peered toward and viable, with the objective of executing discipline on the staff and procedures of the White House, not controlling the president. It's reasonable Kelly is impacting the White House, said previous House Speaker Newt Gingrich, Republican Georgia, a casual Trump guide. Be that as it may, he included, he will continuously affect Trump yet it won't be quick. There are parts of Trump that are practically difficult to oversee. Another Republican agent and informal White House counselor was more conclusive, saying that regardless of how regarded or gifted Kelly might be, his initial 2.5 weeks at work showed a basic truth about the Trump White House: the president will go about as he so satisfies, even notwithstanding, and once in a while to demonstrate hatred for, the endeavors of his assistants. The Kelly period was a splendid, sparkling interval between fizzled endeavors to right the Trump administration, and it has now found some conclusion after a short however superb run, the agent said. Like all individuals who work for the president, he has since encountered the breaking points of the president's guarantees to collaborate so as to guarantee the accomplishment of the undertaking. Trump closes consultative committees as CEOs quit over his comments on Charlottesville. This picture of the White House under Kelly originates from interviews with 17 West Wing assistants, casual consultants, Republican officials and Trump associates, many talking on the state of namelessness to offer a more genuine appraisal. Amid Kelly's short presidency, Trump has startled the world with his contentious talk on North Korea and assaulted Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, additionally jeopardizing his slowed-down authoritative motivation. In any case, Kelly has to a great extent enhanced staff resolve, and executed a meticulousness and request that has made West Wing assistants feel both more idealistic and less hesitant of each other, a few White House associates said. He has been enabled to shake up the staff, if fundamental, albeit one friend noticed that all Kelly has done is confine access to Trump. The head of staff is inspecting everybody's portfolio, and this companion noticed that all the more West Wing alarm may happen when Kelly starts reallocating assignments. Long-lasting Trump battle partners have been let well enough alone for the circle and unfit to assemble an affinity with Kelly. He has demonstrated little enthusiasm for pursuing them or in searching out their recommendation about how to enhance the president's standing. Telephone calls go unreturned or took care of in a cordial however abrupt design by his best assistant, Kirstjen Nielsen, who came over with Kelly from the Homeland Security Department, they said. On Wednesday, Hope Hicks, one of the president's most steadfast and put-stock-in guides, was raised to the part of break correspondence's executive, a part she has informally possessed for quite a while. In the prior week Trump left for an August excursion in Bedminster, New Jersey. The whole West Wing group started appearing at the 8 a.m. ranking workforce gatherings. Indeed, even Trump's little girl Ivanka Trump, who only every once in a long while showed up at staff gatherings, drove by Reince Priebus, the past head of staff, started routinely going to. Kelly has changed the West Wing from a political Grand Central Station, with assistants and holders-on burning through the Oval Office, into a genuine place of business. One outside guide halted by the White House to make proper acquaintance with his companions on days he had leisure time. Under Kelly, he stated, favorably, "In case you're coming, now it's, the reason would you say you are coming? Who are you coming to see? Furthermore, why does the White House think about what you need to state?" Associates generally work through Nielsen, and she pipes data to Kelly, who chooses what to demonstrate the president. One key contrast amongst Kelly and Priebus, two White House authorities stated, is that assistants regard Kelly and think his endeavors to control the data stream to Trump are about better serving the president, not self-conservation. In any case, Trump has hinted at scraping. In spite of Kelly's switchboard necessity, the president has utilized his own cell phone to contact individuals. Also, one individual near Trump depicted him as a confined creature under Kelly, saying he is continually going to react contrarily to endeavors to corral him or keep him to a content. The president was agitated with the practically uniform reaction toward his underlying proclamation Saturday about the fierce rally in Charlottesville, in which he didn't censure the racial oppressors and neo-Nazis by name, and discredited viciousness from the two sides. Despite the fact that he offered a more extensive scripted judgment Monday, he returned Tuesday to what associates and comrades say are his more valid perspectives, contending that the two sides were to be faulted for the savagery. Gary Cohn, Trump's best monetary consultant, who is Jewish, showed up with Trump at Tuesday's news meeting, remaining behind the president in the anteroom of Trump Tower in New York as he said that there were great individuals who dissented close by the racial oppressors and neo-Nazis who composed the rally. Those near Cohn portrayed him as sickened and wildly miserable, despite the fact that he didn't debilitate to leave. In any case, Trump felt vindicated after the comments, said individuals acquainted with his reasoning. He trusts that his base concurs with his affirmation that the two sides are liable of viciousness and that the country dangers sliding into a cauldron of political rightness. On Capitol Hill, Kelly's apparent absence of an ideological compass has drawn blended responses from Republicans who have managed him, said officials and associates who talked on the state of namelessness to examine the issue openly. Republican pioneers value Kelly's light touch-on system in getting ready for a bustling September. Rather than directing terms, he is tuning into their mounting worries about authoritative desires and guaranteeing them that he will be an accomplice. "He's not an Alexander Haig giving requests," said Representative Diminish T. Lord, RNY, alluding to the late four-star Army general who filled in as head of staff under Presidents Richard Nixon and Gerald R. Passage. "He's been immediate, to the point, clarifying what the president's position is. He's firm and intense, yet not ponderous. He's viewed as an absolutely capable individual." Be that as it may, some of Trump's moderate partners said they wish Kelly would accomplish more to compel the Republican Foundation to rally behind the president, and they stress that Kelly is following the model of Priebus by indicating excessively yielding to congressional Republican pioneers. Individuals from the moderate House Freedom Caucus had discussed Kelly as a discovery who is muddled on approach, a few people near the gathering said. Yet, inside the West Wing, Kelly stays well known. Toward the end of last week in Bedminster, he accumulated at Trump's clubhouse eatery for a casual, social supper with the ranking staff individuals. The gathering included Ivanka Trump, child-in-law and senior consultant Jared Kushner, White House squeeze secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Hicks, Nielsen and others. The president additionally stopped by, remaining for the full supper. As they thought back about the battle and told jokes, Kelly offered a joke. "The best occupation I at any point had was as a sergeant in the Marine Corps," he said with a giggle, and following 1 week on disemployment, "I trust the best occupation I at any point had is as a sergeant in the Marine Corps."